But even more interestingly, he said something in the post-match talk which might want the captains to take a listen. Rane did not bowl him his full quota of overs against CSK either before he finally grabbed a 2-wicket haul against the Gujarat Titans with a pitch, showing signs that it wasn't a complete pancake of a surface. So there might be some truth to what he's saying, which could make some wonder if we could move towards stacking up the 11 with non-specialists, all-rounders on such batting surfaces. Now, to be fair to Rishabh Pant, LSG's captain in the game, he did what the textbooks would have said. He got in a part-time spinner Ayush Badoni to bowl offies at left-handers. Later, he would also get another part-timer in Aiden Markram to do exactly the same. Siddharth would have been probably replaced by a batter, and the pair of Badoni and Markram had been expected to fulfill his responsibilities, while the captain admitting in the post-match chat, almost blaming that catch for the loss, saying they need to catch their catches if they want to win their matches. And at other times, people just have a laugh about the 3 drop chances and move on like the sun will rise again the next day. Varun Chakravarthy made a telling statement in his game against Rajasthan Royals on Sunday, both on and off the field. He first grabbed the 3-wicket haul to help KKR earn their first win of the tournament. But even more interestingly, he said something in the post-match talk which might want the captains to take a listen. He said, "Next match, if the wicket has nothing in it, conceding more runs will happen to every spinner." As you can see, initially in the tournament, every spinner was traveling. Once the pitches start to slow down as the tournament progresses, that's how we start coming into the game and we start being more effective. Now, this being the case, it does beg the question if teams even need to play spinners on pitches which do not have too much for them. Because Varun is no part-time spinner. He was the number one T20I bowler before the T20 World Cup. Then he did not have a great World Cup. He still picked up a lot of wickets. So for him to feel that way, as I said, it's an interesting thought. Now, to give you a context here, Varun had opened his IPL campaign by conceding 15 runs in his first over against Mumbai Indians, and he ended his 4-over spell with 48 runs from it. Against Sunrisers Hyderabad, Varun was called up to bowl in the power play, and they were going berserk in that power play. That over cost him 25 runs. He bowled just 1 over after that in that game and was then forced to miss the next 2 games. The reasons were obviously fitness, but we never know what happens behind the scenes. Might have been a good break as well for him because he was going through those extremely expensive spells. Now, Rane did not bowl him his full quota of overs against CSK either before he finally grabbed a 2-wicket haul against the Gujarat Titans with a pitch, showing signs that it wasn't a complete pancake of a surface. So there might be some truth to what he's saying. The fact that even match-winning spinners like Varun Chakravarthy need some assistance from the pitch, without which there is that element of toothlessness in a spinner's bowling, which could make some wonder if we could move towards stacking up the 11 with non-specialists, all-rounders on such batting surfaces in the times to come, especially given the way T20 cricket and IPL is moving, especially in the early parts of a tournament like the IPL. The second game of the day, yesterday, however, might change some of that perception. For some time at the start of the game, Punjab Kings were in with a chance to score around 200. And I mean, after 5 overs, they were about 43 for 1. With their star from the previous game, Simran Singh, having gotten out. And both batters also nearly getting caught. There were some mishits, mistimed shots. Now, Cooper Connolly at one stage was on 19 of 22 balls. Hardly a recipe for getting themselves to an above par score on that pitch in Chandigarh in Mullanpur on what looked like a very flat surface. Priyansh Arya was going great guns at the other end, but Connolly's batting could have sucked the momentum out of him too. Instead, Arya took down Moshin Khan in the 6th over, the last over of the power play, and from then on, there was no looking back. Now, to be fair to Rishabh Pant, LSG's captain in the game, he did what the textbooks would have said. He got in a part-time spinner Ayush Badoni to bowl offies at left-handers. Later, he would also get another part-timer in Aiden Markram to do exactly the same. Well, if Badoni went for 14 in the 7th over and there were question marks about that decision, Markram was smashed for 32 in the 13th. Now, unfortunately for Pant and the coaching world, there seems to be an over-reliance on data to help decide who needs to bowl at which batter at which stage. Now, Manivaran Siddharth is your main left-arm spinner, and he comes on to bowl for the first time in the 9th over because there are obviously 2 lefties batting all this while. Even after that, it was surprised to see him not get a bowl till the 15th over of the game. And he finished with 2 for 35 in 3 overs. Probably one of the best spells of bowling after Prince Yadav. And I don't say this with just hindsight being 2020. The trouble here is that if Siddharth isn't bowling at the lefties in the opposition lineup, and there's Shreyas Iyer also there who takes down spinners like they're snacks, then have you picked him for his on-field exuberance? Best not to bring him in the lineup and play against a team like Punjab Kings anyway. Now, it's quite understandable not to bowl someone like Siddharth at lefties during the power play when you have very little assistance outside the circle. But 1 over in the 8 after the power play makes very little cricketing sense once you picked him up after having seen the opposition side. Now, this also goes back to my earlier point on expecting part-time all-rounders to do the job on such flat batting pancakes. If Siddharth would have been probably replaced by a batter, and the pair of Badoni and Markram had been expected to fulfill his responsibilities, there was a possibility they would have gone for at least 60, if not 70 runs from their combined spell of 4 overs. Siddharth, despite bowling left-arm spin at lefties and at Shreyas Iyer, conceded just 35 from his 3, not to mention the 2 wickets that he picked up as well. So while an extra batter might have added a few runs to the LSG lineup, would he have been able to play a 12-ball, 30 sort of an innings to counter the loss of a frontline bowler like Siddharth? That's a question that teams would need to answer if they want to make a call as drastic as dropping a frontline spinner on a flat pitch and loading up on an extra batter while expecting part-timers to do the job. Food for thought here. Now, lastly, look at the contrast. 2 matches played on Sunday. In the first, a simple catch gets dropped in the outfield and the batter goes on to win the game from there. While the captain admitting in the post-match chat, almost blaming that catch for the loss, saying they need to catch their catches if they want to win their matches. In the second game, one player, the same player, drops 3 different batters, and yet his team still goes on to win by 50 plus runs, and he and his coach embrace and have a laugh about it. I don't know what has happened, what might have happened in the dressing room after that. But at times, catches win you matches, or dropped catches probably lose you matches, and at other times, people just have a laugh about the 3 drop chances and move on like the sun will rise again the next day. Let me know what you think about these 2 matches in the comments below. Till next time, bye-bye.